Next up, we have Cargo Lift from the Transformers Devastation soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, what happens if we reach 10,000 before Christmas? The gaming channel. Members get early access, how to request songs if you're not in the stream. You have that and a bunch of other things in a spiel at the end of the video. Stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so keep that in mind. With that said, let's do this. Cargo Lift. Let's go. Okay, so we start with a quick intro giving us a little bit of semblance of rhythm. Of course, we have a heavy metal band going on over here, which could have a little bit of extra arrangement from like an orchestra. Not entirely sure. I'm going to go back a couple of seconds so we can hear the melody there. So yeah, it was mainly drums and a guitar giving us an initial bit of introduction. Nothing too concrete. So yes, there you go, Extreme. There you go. Have a good one. All right, let's see where this goes. So yes, we do have a heavy metal, so this is symphonic metal that we're having. So that means we have orchestral elements in the music going on over here. We have the metal band doing its thing, giving us we have the guitar, we have the rhythm guitar, we have the drums giving us our accompaniment, and then we are having the lead guitar giving us our initial motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. And we are having the motif in the lead guitar having doublings. Doubling is when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. One of the doublings being done by a French horn, these instruments right here, and a second one a little bit further down in the mix from the violins. Beautiful stuff. Let's see where it goes. Very beautiful. So yes, we're having one section of the violins giving us some arpeggios. Arpeggio, of course, arpeggio, when you play a chord one note at a time. So for example, here we have C major, and here it is arpeggiated. So yeah, welcome to today, Alec. How you doing? So yeah, we're having that, and then we are having another section of the violins, a little bit quieter than the other one, giving us some doublings along with the French horns. Let's see where it goes. Now the guitar is playing it on a higher register, playing it on a higher octave, developing. Oh, and the motif is also being sequenced, by the way. So sequencing is a way that you can develop your material, in which you take whatever melodic shape you have and you repeat it from a different point. There's two ways you can do this. You can do it diatonically, or you can do it chromatically. Diatonic means that you're staying within the scale that you're already in. Chromatic means that you are not. So let's take, for example, we have the key of C major. And let me just move this thing over here, which is just the white keys in the keyboard, right? So if we take a motif, let's say we have this, and we want to sequence it, which means we're going to repeat this from a different starting point. Some of these are not going to have the notes covering the same distance, but they're going to be covering the same notes, relatively speaking, which would make it diatonic. So for example, if I were to play it here, these two notes are not covering the same distance as these two notes. So that would make it diatonic. Otherwise, if we were to borrow from the chromatic scale, then we would be covering basically the absolute values. So this is how it would sound diatonically. And here is how it would sound chromatically. Very, very different sound that you can get. You can do for different purposes. Usually you want to lean onto diatonic stuff, unless you really want to lean into chromatic, which is, a lot more complicated. It's a bit more complicated than that, right? Let's see where this goes. Very nice. We're having a little break there, and we change the drums around. The guitar slows down the melody, giving us a descending melody. Very nice. Drum fill from the drums. Now we have the French horns giving us the melody, variation of the motif. Strings giving us a cadence. Guitar comes back. And I think the guitar is now playing what the French horn was playing. Welcome back, Catherine. Oh, very nice. So now we are also introducing guitar solo elements to this thing going on. We're having the violins picking up a little bit more, a bit louder in terms of their arpeggios. It's okay, Atrim. You're a pervert. That's just why. Let's see where this goes. All right, so now we're having the... Ooh, okay, so now we're having a quick moment where the strings are now engaging in semi-stingers using staccato. Stingers being like these quick, sharp bits of music. Staccato, of course, being when you play short bursts of music, right? That kind of thing. So... we're having these staccatos going on over here with these just very nice vertical slices of what we would call accents. Accents being for accentuation. You're hearing those strings really highlighting these points while we are rotating between the guitar and the bass. We had a little bit of a bass solo over there. Let's see where it goes. Oh, we have a synth coming in. There we go. We increase the rhythm. We bring back the guitar. Oh, this is beautiful. The guitar with the horns. With the strings playing those arpeggios, we go back to the start, yeah. So yeah, we're playing this 1-2-1. So structurally speaking, so when you have instrumental music, you have something called form. Form is going to be the structure. Structure of your music. In instrumental music, usually you want to use what is called sections. Each section is going to be a letter from the alphabet starting from A. Because in instrumental music, you can't really say, oh, this is a verse, this is a chorus kind of thing. So we end up using, for example, in this case, we're having the guitar solo doing the melody doubled by the French horn, followed by the melody being done in a higher octave. That's what we're going to call section A. The part that we had after that, we would call section B. Now we are back to section A. Now, this would be a binary. We'll be doing a binary. Let's just see where this goes. Because this is 1-2-1, a repetition from before, which is really good. Drums speeding up that way. Now we have a synth in the background as well. We bring in a single drum similar to what we had at the start. Now we have a different, very, very different. So yeah, by the way, we had a little variation there at the end of A. We're going to pull this apostrophe over here, which stands for prime, which just means it's a variation. Now we bring in a very different contrasting section, which would be section C, making this piece a rondo. Rondo means to go around, and this is now the structure that we find ourselves in. Really good. It's really good, especially for video game music. It's really, really good to write rondos because it gives you a lot of freedom while keeping that central theme going. Let's see where it goes. Very cool guitar solo in this one. Welcome back, Basterd. Oh, and that guitar is just fully shredding it. So yeah, as you can hear, this section is mainly focused on the guitar solo, while the French horns and everybody else is just purely sitting back, letting the guitar do its thing, go up and down in the scales, but structurally speaking, we are still in section C over here. Now, if we are following the rondo structure, we would be going back to A, to that initial melody. Let's see if we go there. Alright. I love it when the guitar starts to sing. Is there a term for that? That's just a very soulful, very emotional solo. Or we just call that being a very good guitarist. That is just a really good guitarist is gonna be able to make simple notes, simple melodies sound incredible. For example, a guitarist that managed this more than anyone, in my opinion, during the 70s and 80s would be Slash. Slash from the band Guns N' Roses. Slash's solos in Guns N' Roses, you know, songs like November Rain, Sweet Child O' Mine, these kinds, the solos aren't difficult. Like, these are very simple and straightforward solos, but you can tell how much soul just went into each individual note, how much passion was within each individual note. Like, the solo for the song November Rain is like 5 notes total. It's like 5 notes total, and it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful as a solo. So Slash has that when the guitarist is just at such a connection with the music, where even the simplest things just sound like you are making it that, like, it just sounds natural, and it comes across, it's cathartic, and it's just art in its purest form. So yeah, I want to learn to inject soul into a guitar one day. For that, you do need to learn the basics a lot, but it's basically the idea of not just understanding the theory behind the music, but also being able to internalize music as an art form and being able to feel it more than just numbers and notes and that kind of thing. And of course, having the skill set necessary, like learning the different techniques and everything to fully translate what is going on in your mind to what is happening in the instrument. So it requires a lot of factors to go in, but yeah, that's part of why I'm doing the LFAs, because as you notice, a lot of the explanations that I give here are not necessarily like the most academic terms in many ways, but I'm also giving you those more irrational explanations for the more irrational aspects of music, where I'm trying to help you understand how some of these things in music don't rely on the regular logic or reasoning that you would have for something as more straightforward as, like, say, accounting. Right? Like, when accounting is just straight up numbers. You're doing math, you do your math right, everything adds up, and that's it. Whereas with something like music, there are a lot of smaller things. Like, for example, I always say that your motif is highly jealous. It's highly temperamental. Of course, a motif by itself, it's a bunch of notes. It's not going to have it doesn't have, like, a series of notes by themselves will not have the cognitive capacity to be able to form something as complex as the emotion of jealousy, or comprehend something like jealousy. But the phenomenon of how it interacts with the rest of your music will come across as that. And that's the explanation I'm trying to give. That's what I'm trying to help understand with these LFAs, to go beyond just the full practical, these are the notes we're playing, and we're going from this chord to this chord, and then we're going from this chord to this chord. I'm trying to go a little bit more than just that. So, yes, and Steve, welcome today. How you doing? So, yeah, let's see where this goes. And Gyroman, we're going to do one more from the live queue after this one. First, we're going to do the giveaway, though. Very beautiful solo. Now we have the French horns giving us a counter melody. Oh. And we continue the solo. This is really good. Like, the Transformers Devastation soundtracks, I think there was only one that we did that was kind of felt a little bit rushed, but all the other Transformer Devastation stuff we've done has been insanely good. Insanely good. So, yeah, let's just see where this goes, right? Because we're continuing the solo through an extension. We're extending this. This section is taking a bit longer. Ooh, and we engage in a little bit of rhythmic displacement. There you heard that we pushed back the hitting of the beat just now. That is rhythmic displacement through and through. So, can't believe it's a song that's for a random unnamed boss. That's how you know the soundtrack is really good. Because you know what also has a soundtrack with this level of stuff that just, you listen to it and you're like, holy shit, how is this game music? Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That game came out this year, 2025. The music alone is, yeah, Risk of Rain has that too. There are a lot of games out there where the music is just at another level. And Gunther, welcome today. How you doing? So yeah, let's see where this goes. Let's see how this ends. Because this might just end with the solo, like just extension of the solo. Okay, we come back to the staccato accent variation, which was kind of like the end of B section, of section B. And so we're doing section B. We're doing the second half of section B as the outro. So we're having this at the outro. And I think we're gonna end this with the, let's see how it ends. We bring that up and, ooh, and we just cut it off. We let it echo out, and there you go. This is really good for it to loop back into the start. And there you go. That was awesome. That was really good. Like, this gave me Risk of Rain vibes. This gave me Risk of Rain vibes 100%. That was a good one. Yes, it was, Mr. Extruller. Welcome back. How you doing? So yeah, there you have it. That was Cargo Lift from the Transformers Devastation soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, not very likely, but still possible, on top of doing the audiobook fan fiction thing, I will also play a single video game of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, live on stream. We'll dedicate some streams to that, within TOS, of course, on top of doing the giveaways that'll probably be inevitable by then. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Share these videos with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos far and wide with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube as well. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that, so link down below. Go do that. Artists on YouTube or otherwise, this is an open invitation. Let's collaborate. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, reach out, let me know. Let's work together, right? So let me know, like in the comments or via Instagram, Discord, X, whatever it is. Just reach out, let me know. Let's get to work. Let's work together, right? And if you're in the audience and you know somebody who could benefit from that, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Keep things cool. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, there's a pinned comment in this video that has the instructions on what to do. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So, if you live in Münster and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Don't worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch. They're both linked down below, and they're going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Bastard. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream as an after show, and then the recordings go here. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Bastard. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Cargo Lift, Transformers Demonstration. That was really good, dude. That was really, really good. But yeah, let's move on.